video, I'm here with this black classic smoky eye. This is definitely the classic smoky eye that you could wear definitely for the daytime. For this look, I used the Ofra in collaboration with Manny Liquid Lip. This one is in the shade Aries. I absolutely love it. It's so gorgeous. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this look. I know it's really intense and bold, but I really want something fun on my channel, so I did this look for you guys today. It's definitely a nighttime look. You can go clubbing with this look. You can go on a date night with this look. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this look. I really loved doing it. So yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, as well as give this video a big thumbs up and follow me on all my social media websites. I'll leave them down below for you guys. But yeah, without further ado, if you guys want to see to get this classy smoky eye, then just keep on watching. Bye guys. So to start this look, I primed my eyes with the e.l.f. eyelid primer. I've been really loving this. It's super lightweight and my eyes do not get cakey with this or dry out as opposed to the MAC Paint Pot. And I'm really loving it because it also takes out any discoloration. Now going into the Tartelette All Matte palette, I'm taking Super Mom. You can take any nude or skin tone shade. And you want to make sure you set that just because you want your eyeshadows to blend nice and seamlessly without having any tackiness or stickiness on your eyelid. Here I'm just going into some Scotch tape to get that nice sharp cut eye look. What I like to do with this is put it on the back of my hand to avoid further stickiness and to grab at the eye. You don't want it pulling at your eye because that gives a lot of wrinkles and you don't want any of that. So make sure you put it on the back of your hand to avoid that. Now going into the Morphe 35F palette, I'm taking this really nice light peachy brown with my MAC 224 brush. This is going to be our transitional color to help all our other shades blend nice and seamlessly. We're going to be having a lot of transitional colors for this look because black is very hard to blend and you want no harsh lines with this look. Going to that same palette, I'm taking an even darker brown and doing the same exact thing with this shade, but this time it's going to go a little bit below than the first shade we used. And again, doing circular motions and windshield wiper motions to further blend it. Going back into that palette, I'm taking an even darker brown, and this time taking my more tapered Dosa Color crease brush. This is perfect because it gets right in that crease really nicely. I'm doing the same exact thing with all the shades from inner to outer corner using circular motions and windshield wiper motions to buff it out. You will see me in this tutorial use a lot of brown shades before we actually get to our black shade. The reason for that is, again, black is very hard to blend out, and a look like this is very hard because you can make it look like you got punched in the eye really quick. So doing this just avoids that and it helps you have a nice transitional before you get into your dark black. Now going into the Tartelette All Matte palette again, I'm taking the shade Dreamer. With that same brush, I'm doing the same exact thing we did with all the other shades from inner to outer corner directly into the crease, using windshield wiper motions and circular motions to buff it out. Going back into that palette, I'm taking the shade Multitasker. This is the darkest brown we used. I'm taking that same brush and again doing the same exact thing. Go from inner corner to outer corner, really making sure to pack it on there and doing circular motions and windshield wiper motions to really buff it out. Once I have that packed in and buffed out, I like to go back into my MAC 224 brush because I just really want to make sure this look is nice and seamless. So I take that brush and make sure this look is further blended. It doesn't hurt to blend. Now going into our black, I'm going to be taking the Marc Jacobs Eyeliner Gel Crayon. Now what I'm doing with this is applying this all over my entire lid. You can use a paint pot that's black, use anything that is nice and creamy and black. So I'm applying this all over my entire lid. The reason I did this is because it's a lot easier to blend out as opposed to an eyeshadow. Once I have that all over my entire lid, I don't have to be too precise with it. I'm going to the MakeupGeek eyeshadow in the shade Corrupt. It's a really nice dark black. I'm taking this e.l.f. brush, it's a really nice kind of slanted, getting right into the crease, and I'm bringing this shade up, kind of like we did in our cut crease tutorial. I'm bringing that eyeliner up and really blending it into the crease. It was very hard to blend because it is very tacky, it's very sticky, but just try your hardest, it will eventually happen. Once I pull that up into the crease, I go back into that corruption and just pack that on the entire lid to make sure that eyeliner is nice and set and it won't budge or move anywhere. Go back into that Dosa Color brush, I go back into that same shade Corrupt, which is that black shade, and I apply this directly into the crease, making sure it's nice and blended and there are no harsh lines. Again, this did take a while because the eyeliner was a little bit hard to blend out because it is eyeliner. Just take your time with it and you'll eventually get there. Then here I'm going to my Morphe brush. I absolutely love this brush. It's one of my favorites. It's the Morphe M441 brush. It's a nice clean blending brush. I'm just making sure this is further blended using circular motions and windshield wiper motions to blend it out. Now I'm going to be applying my lashes. I use the Ardell 33 lashes. It's absolutely amazing. I love these lashes. They're very inexpensive. And I go in with the strip lash from Kiss. I absolutely love this lash glue. It's so nice and it really makes your lashes easy to apply and it lasts a long time. They will not Fudge. So then I take that tape off and I just clean it up, make sure there is no fallout with a makeup wipe, and make sure the eyelashes are really nicely, tightly on there. Now to prime my face, I'm going into the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I absolutely love this. It makes my face feel so hydrating, so I just stick my beauty blender into the tube and I apply it over my entire face with a damp beauty blender. Now for foundation, again, I am a little bit more tan. It is wearing off, but I'm still a little bit more tan. I'm going to my Clinque Stay Matte Oil Free Makeup Foundation. I apply this over my entire face, and then of course blend it out with a damp beauty blender using stippling motions to get the most coverage and to not disturb any foundation. To highlight as well as conceal, I'm taking my Maybelline Better Skin. I've been loving this lately. This one is in the shade Ivory. I apply this underneath my eyes, then the bridge of my nose, my chin, my cupid's bow, and also my forehead. And of course, blend it out with my damp beauty blender. Once again, doing stippling motions to not disturb any foundation and to get the most coverage with the concealer. To cream highlight, I'm taking my Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. This one is in the shade Celestial. It's a really pretty pink, kind of champagne highlight. So gorgeous. What I like to do is apply it on my hand, and then I take my damp beauty blender and apply it wherever I want the highlight to go. So I put it on my cheekbones, cupid's bow, down the bridge of my nose, and on top of my eyebrows. It's really nice, and it gives a nice fresh look to the face. Now to set my under eyes and anywhere else I put the concealer, I'm going to the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and taking Lyric and Levitation and setting the rest of my face with that with my Real Techniques setting brush. Now to contour my face, I'm going back into that Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette and taking Shadow Play, and I'm contouring my cheekbones as well as my temples and down the bridge of my nose with this. You want to do it in an upward motion because, like I said in plenty of my videos, if you blend in a downward motion while contouring, it defeats the purpose. You want to make sure you're sucked in, so you want to make sure you blend upwards. Here I'm just going back into them two patterns we used to set the rest of our eyes, and I'm just cleaning up that contour to make sure it's nice and sharp, because sometimes I can get a little bit too far down, so I want to make sure I clean it up to make it nice and sharp. Now to bronze up my face, of course, I'm taking my Physcian's Formula Bronze Booster in medium dark like I always do, and just ever so slightly contouring my cheekbones as well as my temples. Now for blush, I'm going into this blush by MAC. It's called Prism. It's a really, really nice brown blush. It's so gorgeous. I'm applying this to the apples of my cheeks as well as a little bit on my temples to kind of even everything out. Now going into the Anastasia Gleam palette, I'm taking the shade Crushed Pearl, and I'm just setting anywhere we put that cream highlight, again with my setting brush. Now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to the Morphe 35F palette and taking these two brown shades, mixing them together with my MAC 212 brush, applying this underneath my lash line from inner to outer corner. Going back into that MakeupGeek eyeshadow in the shade Corrupt, I'm taking that same MAC 212 brush and applying this to my lash line from inner to outer corner. Once I have that applied, I like to take a clean brush, a flat one, and really make sure it's further blended. Going back into that eyeliner from Marc Jacobs, I'm applying this in my waterline as well as tight lining. Now for my bottom mascara, I'm going to my Loreal Telescopic Mascara. Now for my inner corner and my bottom highlight, I'm going back into that Morphe 35F palette and taking this really gorgeous white shimmery shade and packing it on my inner corner as well as my brow bone and a little bit on my cupid's bow. And lastly for lips, I'm taking the Ofra in collaboration with MannyMua Aries. It's a really pretty pink nude. But that is it for this classic Smokey. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, please of course give it a big thumbs up as well as subscribing to my channel. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!